What's up, guys? It's the BMD Boomrocks Daily back again today. As always, I'm super excited to be back for another LEGO build to share with you guys. So, as you have seen on my channel, I'm getting a few uploads out every week, at least for this past week, and it'll probably remain that constant, slow upload schedule, as there's different times within the week or the month or even the year where I will really want to build something, or I'll feel less inclined to build something. But today I have a LEGO mock to share with you guys, so I'm putting this video out. This is another LEGO Erebor mock, or the Lonely Mountain, from the Hobbit Desolation of Smaug and Battle of the Five Armies. It appears in both those movies, as well as in a short end scene in the first movie of the 3-movie series, An Unexpected Journey. But let's get straight into this mock, and I'll show you all of the extra details and pieces, strange pieces, part usage, and even the function that is in this build. Alrighty, so starting out front, the way, sometimes if this applies to my review, I like to tell you the way that I built this. So with this build in particular, I started with a bunch of the burp or big ugly rock pieces. I don't think they're that ugly. I really like using them in large mountain builds. So I really went around the outside of this build, adding those pieces, and I made sure to create the entire build of the mountain up one brick, so that the grass, the meadow, would look extremely nice. Right next to this mountain. So there's no part of the mountain that's sloped all the way down to a 0 plate tall height, but one of the key details that I added in front, one of the first things that I actually built other than the mountain, was the front gate entrance. I just had to get these arches just right to make this build look really good. And you can see, I think I did it, I hopefully did it, but I just used a couple different slope pieces, like a kind of staircase upside down, and then just made this whole front walkway, I guess. Or I guess sometimes the dwarves are seen roaming around on top of this main structure, kind of like a front door. And in the back, I tried to just include a few small windows. I didn't want to show a whole bunch of the back, as you can see my hand behind the window, because in the actual movie, in the actual structure, there's just a whole bunch of tiny little windows that are inside this arch. So there's a little bit of open space there, more just for playability, and so you can see through there and get a little bit more light back there, but that's not entirely accurate. So one of the key details that people see when they first look at this mock are the two statue structures. These are both identical, so we'll only need to look at one really closely. I'm really happy how that bent knee went together, as well as that head. I tried to go for a beard on the front of that face, so if I tell you that it's there, you might be able to see it, but it's a little difficult if you're just looking at this randomly without any context. And then on this side, there's just a little waterfall. There was just so much detail on this side of the build, I wanted to add something. So big waterfall, small lake right there on the side of the build. There's obviously no place where this waterfall goes to, just because I didn't have quite enough rock pieces to build it up super high. But we'll just say for now that's coming in the springtime from a glacier melt on top of the mountain. Now on this side of the build, I might have to lift it up a little bit to show you. That is just a little part of the city of Dale. I wanted to include a little bit of it, so there's a little piece of it, and I noticed I was building it too correctly, so I had to add a couple pieces on the side, kind of broken down, to make it look like it's actually the mostly destroyed city of Dale. And then over here, over here on this side is Ravenhill. Now that's not very well shown in the movie, and I didn't really look up any pictures. I just needed a casing for a switch, so I just decided to add that in, and I like how this arch and that little staircase in front went together. I thought that was pretty fun and inclusive design. Now to the actual function of this build. So yes, there is a function. It's powered up. I wanted to add lights inside, but I couldn't really find a place to do it. So right now, the only feature in this build that moves is right over here. You can see a couple dwarfs and Bilbo standing at the doorway into the mountain. And as I flip that switch, you can see right in there, the small doorway starts to open. It's incredibly slow, and I'll try to get a little bit more of a close-up shot when that closes. And I know it's probably extremely loud because it's a little bit close to my microphone, but there is that little doorway right there. Flicking the switch back so it closes. So that's really the only moving function that is in this build. Just thought it would be kind of funny, and it took way too much time as well to incorporate into this design. It just took way too long. Probably shouldn't have bothered with that and made a little bit more detail on the back of this and less wires poking out. But now let's head to the back of this structure. As you can see on that side, just a lot of functions, not really meant to be seen on that side, and then in the back there's a little motor down there. Here's the other side of that door where it opens and closes, and then just a little walkway area, not much included in that area. And then as you can see in the front here, a couple little spots of gold, and right in the middle here is the throne, built just on a couple jumper plates set down here. That's the throne for the King of Erebor, and then there's the little walkway right inside. A couple little gray statues. I believe that actually came from a Lord of the Rings set. Not sure if it's exclusive, but I thought those would be kind of funny to add in there. Little goblet on top of that stand there, and some other arch designs inside here on the different levels. And then I just tried to add in a bunch of little gold mounds in here, which was pretty difficult because LEGO doesn't include that pearl gold color in very many different pieces, so it's difficult to get that like satisfaction and that feeling right when you look at it that it's just a pile. So I kind of did the same thing as with the lake, and I took a lot of small gold pieces and I just piled them up on either side there, so you can see, as well as a few gold bricks, which I'm lucky to have. Those came in an ornament set. I believe it was somewhere around the early 2010s. So I thought those would be quite well in adding a lot more gold color to this build. But this is my LEGO Erebor, or the Lonely Mountain mock. This type of structure has probably appeared on my channel, named the Lonely Mountain or Erebor, or even just the Hobbit build, probably quite a few times on my channel, and I'll probably be doing less of that. I'll try to restrict myself because my top viewed videos right now are actually both Jurassic Park and World mocks, and I really like designing things from movies, so it's fun to go back to this slightly medieval scale, but I'll try to get some more videos out of what it seems like you guys like to see, although I can't always do that because this was just way too fun to build. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. I'd appreciate it if you subscribed, and BMD out.